Alright, you guys, I'm Carrie, and I am pretty excited to be in this video reacting to YTP Wow It's So Big, which is Wow It's Made 6 by DaThings, and I am so glad there is another Wow It's Made because I love all of DaThings' Wow It's Made poops. Like, some of the times that I've laughed the hardest at YTPs have been at Wow It's Made, so I'm pretty excited to react to this one. Let's get started.
In a world where only one company rules, where workers work, where one company beats the workers up, where people die, the one from the internet. Viewer discretion is advised.
Serious
The
start
DeLorean
there.
was manufactured in the 80s with doors and panels. The DeLorean was known as a car. These
Whoa,
cars
really?
are in rough shape, but a restoration can make a DeLorean look like a Restorian. If you
A
can afford one of
Restorian.
these, you're living the dream. You can go eat a giant sandwich. This DeLorean is a rare relic from the 1980s. It's beyond repair. This DeLorean is a rare relic from the 1180s. Rusty examines the car on the floor. He finds the old DeLorean. It's beyond repair.
Bye.
This DeLorean is a rare relic from the 9080s. Under the hood, Rusty the mechanic removes the parts from the area in order to access the bits. Then he unbolts the junk that splits the unit to the part to drain some of the Kool-Aid. Rusty the old technician will need replacement.
That is some good editing on the liquid
Hubs to the hub
to make it look like
But the
Kool-Aid.
question remains, will a car? Theorists say yes.
Theorists say yes.
Confirm that this 9080s throwback is beyond repair.
Ancient Aliens reference.
The ice machine technology took a few years in the mid-19th century to refine.
Hey, your job is done. Move along. It's my turn now.
Fine. Chill.
Today's ice makers
That editing
make
is
ice.
so good.
This machine
I
flattens
love the
tubing,
sentence mixing.
giving it greater to facilitate ice cream transfer. Each greater fan eventually joins ice cream meters anonymous. Liquid
Ice cream
refrigerant
meters
evaporates as part of the
I should
evaporator.
join that. I love
He
ice cream so
then
much.
places the evaporator daughter side down over a roller, over a roller, which removes the girl from the metal. You can remove the girl from the metal. However, you can't remove the metal from the girl. They have been solidly fused. This copper is central to that process. Agent Bond will act as a bonding agent. He then punches the copper. Then it's into a cell. James Bond is cool at all times. However, more impurities like cops can't just be punched away. These are the lines that supply power to the system. Hee-hoy, hee-hoy, hee-hoy. Finally, it's time for a little liquid refreshment.
These poops are getting seriously political.
Turpentine. On ice, of course. Nice, of course.
Just a random horse. Because why not?
There's no shortage of chandeliers in lighting shops or online. But when there's no lighting fixtures in shops or online, you have to go to a lighting manufacturer. But when there's no lighting manufacturer, you have to have someone to work for you. But when there's no one that does custom work for you, you have to go to work. But when there's no work, there's no room for you. Or you stupid chandelier. This
Stupid
has hands.
chandelier.
It also has a posterior. It also has
The
air
butt.
holes. Constructed out of cold
This is
rolled
great.
steel. Steel whose
It's
rolled
so
enough to
freaking
be
good.
bent, cold enough to be cold. These allow the globe to be virtually adjustable. These are tack welded in place.
Everybody has a tactical welder. That's what I call.
The lighthouse is laser cut and welded.
I
from
reacted
sheet.
to that poop a while ago.
Also,
Everybody has everything.
Also paint thinner and boil linseed oil to make it runny and slimy. You want this whole. Then after ensuring that they're straight, the shade is compared to a design sample using a clock. Let's top. The globes are crafted by a lead
Don't hug me,
spectacular.
I'm scared reference.
I like it. No shade, I promise.
The first yachts were dirty vessels used to take wealthy people on voyages of inconvenience. Today's yachts are floating. Modern yachts are the ultimate way to exploit workers out of their wages. If you can afford one of these, you're living a lie. You can go eat a glass sandwich.
You
The
can.
team sprays glossy.
Did I just say you can go eat a glass sandwich? Oh wow.
Giving it a glossy finish. The team sprays MP3 paint, giving it a glossy finish. The team sprays also paint, giving it a glossy finish. Sheesh. The technician calls her aesthetic seafoam core. Cool place. Sweet bathroom. Screw the toilet though. Lock her in the guest room.
Lock her in the
It
guest room.
sands
Just for not having a cool toilet? Come on.
high sheen. The crew cuts out holes for the crew cuts. A craftsman strips in the yacht's deck, so there will be no need to wonder if the craftsman has buff body parts. He doesn't.
He
He
does.
confirms that everything is shape. The crew does a lot of slacking off. They treat their job like recess. All this slacking leads to one place, home.
Oh
A
my
locomotive is the powerful rat named Charles Entertainment Cheese. Sometimes there's a
God.
second one as well.
Entertainment.
Train locomotives are small and insignificant. Wow, train locomotives are significantly larger than I'd have thought. The larger gray locomotives are passenger trains designed primarily for speed.
She
Those
didn't know how
smaller
big a
yellow
train
ones
was.
to the right are passenger trains designed primarily for speed. For the Indian market, welders progressively build up a two-stay weld, the real two-stay weld. No, the really real two-stay weld. Then they assemble the locomotors. Each one generates giant onions. They flip the onions so that the workers cry. The workers require emotional bonding because they can ball aggressively.
Me too, workers, me
rendering the
too.
underframe strong enough to pull 444 metric tons into a cylinder called a seeder. Then they lower another
A
seeder.
metric fuck ton is a real scientific measurement term.
The gear engages with the motors, so when the locomotor runs, that gear turns, which then rotates the onions, which turns the seeder alternator, which then rotates the really real two-stay weld, which finally turns the mammoth.
Concrete
Yes, a
walls are
mammoth.
made in a plant
Gotta have the
environment.
mammoths.
Weather can't interfere with
It's a classic.
plants. Psych. Weather is a part of the environment. You can't control the weather, so you can't control plants. If you can afford
See that
one
logic?
of these, you're living the dream. You can go eat a concrete sandwich. Production starts with a mix of rock and stone and sand, and limestone and sandstone and limestone. This collection is based. The team inserts a sheet of paper. Rah. Then they bend
Another
it into a
classic.
loop.
It's a loop!
The loops are linked, creating long. They whip the thick, gritty mix. They're now ready to pour gritty because gritty's ready thick.
Whose team mascot is that?
A worker pulls the foam insulation using greed. Nothing can prepare them for what's next. I feed them silica gel. After about 12 hours, the team is dry enough to be crushed.
What the
Beaters
hell?
dispense concrete directly onto the crew. The amount of force it takes to crush
I
them
didn't
is a
think there was
measure of
enough
high
violence
strength.
against the workers in this
A
one
truck
yet.
dispenses the mix. Attention. Wow, it's made was an inside job.
I knew it.
Sauna is an essential part of life that was once considered. Most infants have one. Even many centuries-old infants, the sauna is still an important part of infant life. But wherever you sweat, there's no need to have one, because a sauna isn't even an important part of everyday life.
Only for infants that are
This
100
outdoor
years old.
sauna is made of rotten mold. Wood is
Gross.
first measured with a woodometer. Once it's confirmed that the wood is wood, a circular template is templated on top and clamped into position. 3
Clammed.
balls are now strapped around the sides of the barrel. A cover is mounted, which allows you to control the amount of outsiders entering the sauna. After all, a sauna is no place for things to get tweeted. Next, an electric stove is fitted, which will be filled with burgers. After all, a sauna is the perfect place for things to get heated. Sit back, relax, and put
I
some
want a
burgers
sauna
into
with
your
a
big mouth holes.
oven that makes burgers. Come on.
Then a minute glass that counts down 1 minute to let you know how long you've been Canadian. Sauna's back is constructed using this unique technique. Plank tongue that has a tongue on both sides. Tight.
Gross.
Plank, 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 plank. Plank, 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 plank.
DaThings has so many patrons.
So now,
Good for her.
you really
We get to get more of these awesome poops.
means cool, I promise.
Alright, that was a great poop. I freaking love DaThings, and I've always loved the Wow It's Made poops. They're some of my favorite DaThings poops, and I know I'm not alone because they get a crazy amount of views. I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction. The link to the original video and DaThings' channel will be in the description. Remember to check that out and subscribe to DaThings if you haven't already. She's one of my favorite poopers. I've been watching her poops for, I don't know, like 10 years or something. Crazy like that. As always, you guys, have a great day.